Hi YouTube, this is Sweet Curves. I'm coming to you today to do a update. Today is October the 11th, 2013, and as far as weight, I am about 202. I think I weighed on my scale is off now, so I weighed in about 202 last week, and I weighed in like 202 this week. And like I said, my scale is off and needs to be recalibrated. What happened was I weighed one morning, and I usually like get on there, get off, and then get back on there again. So I got on there, and I don't remember if this was Monday or Tuesday or whatnot. I think it was about Monday. Yeah. So I got on there. It was, I weighed in at like 203 or something like that. Got back on there. No, I was like at 204 or something. Whatever it was. So, hopped back on there again. It went down to like 203. So I'm like, okay, let me just check this one more time. Because when it usually doesn't come back like with the same weight, then I'll check again to see if it'll come back with one of those same weights, or if it comes up with a different number, then I'll be like, okay, I'll just check again the next day. So when I got back on there again, it was like it jumped up to like 209. So I'm like, what? You know, in my head I'm thinking like, what the fuck? Really? If I want to go ahead and be straight up honest with you. So, yeah. So I'm like, okay, so that made me jump on there again. So that morning, I did like 5 or 6 times. I jumped off and on that scale, and then after it read that 209, it kept reading 209, 209.8, 209.8, or something like that. So I'm like, okay, the scale has. So no, in my head I'm thinking like, wow, I wonder if my scale has been off, because it kept reading it 209. So I'm like, wow, I wonder if my scale been off all this time and I'm really 209, thinking I was, really close to, I was at 202 thinking I was really close to Wonderland. So I'm like, okay, left that alone. And checked the next day. Read at 209 again. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, well, I know I had to go have a doctor's appointment. So we'll see what happens when I go to the doctor. So I wait the morning that I had to go to the doctor. And my appointment was first thing in the morning. So I weighed at home. And like I said, when I usually weigh, I weigh pretty much either clothless or just undergarments. So I weighed that morning, and it was still reading like the 209, 210, different numbers like that. So I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens when I go to the doctor. And so when I went to the doctor, now in between, I did have me a little bit of breakfast. That morning, I didn't do my protein shake. I just grabbed me some quick breakfast from some fast food spot. If you're familiar with Hardee's or Carl's Jr. So, yeah, I grabbed something from there and went on to my appointment. So, I pretty much tried to dress like in light clothes. I did some leggings, and I also did like a t-shirt. So, yeah, I got there and I weighed, and their scale said I was like 203.3 or point 0.8 or something like that. So I was at 203. So I'm like, okay, so yeah, I know my scale is off now. Because I figured it was off. Either it was off before and I thought I was smaller than what I was, or either it was off or it's off now. And so the result of that looks like it is off now. And after that appointment, I actually came back home, and when I got back home, I had on the same clothes and everything, and I weighed again, and it was saying I was at like 210. So I was like, okay, it's like a 7 pound difference. So, and that's what I figured out. What I'm going to do is, until I can figure this whole recalibration thing, I tried to look up something online. I looked up my manual online. I didn't see no instructions on there to recalibrate it. And then when I looked up some other information online about my scale, it said that they already calibrated. And if you needed to have it like recalibrated, you needed to contact or send an email or something like that. So yeah, I looked up that first, and that's what I found. And then I tried to look up my actual model number and look at the instruction manual. So yeah, that's what I found out on that. I haven't contacted them yet. So yeah, when I get a chance, I guess I'll make that contact and get that fixed. But for now, what I want to continue to do is just weigh. Hopefully it doesn't get off course anymore. And when I see it start to drop again, then I'll probably go to, like, I believe that Publix supermarket has a scale in their facility, like close by the restroom or by the pharmacy. They have like a weight scale. So what I'll do is just go there to check my weight when I think that I've came down some more. And I'll probably go next week because that actually make the 18th for me will make another month. So I will actually be officially 8 months out on the 18th. So that's those notes, and that's why I haven't really been on, because of to do an update on my weight because of those issues. Now, as far as food wise, I am always still doing my protein pretty much every morning. Usually on weekends I don't do the protein all the time, but pretty much during the weekdays I do. And like I said, sometimes on the weekend I do, but it's just not all the time. So what I've been doing lately is doing making up my own protein with some protein powder instead of doing the ready-made shakes like I was doing before. I was doing a lot of the Muscle Milk. Pretty much my brand was chocolate mainly. So that was one of my favorites, and that was pretty much the main one that I would always get, was the Muscle Milk brand. But I've had protein powder for a while. I had some of the Body Fortress. If you're familiar with that, I actually bought the tub of Body Fortress out of Walmart. And I think the tub was like $14 or $15. And it has about, if you do one scoop, it has about like 24 servings. If you do the 2 scoops, then I guess that's about 12 servings. So anyways, I've been doing that, and I usually do 1 scoop. And to make it more tasty for me and not have that chalkiness to it or any funny type of aftertaste, I have 2 flavors. I do the chocolate peanut butter is one of the flavors that I have, and vanilla is the other one. So what I do in the morning is I take my 1 scoop of powder. So I have 2 different recipes. I do 1 scoop. If I do the vanilla, I do 1 scoop of the vanilla. I do like a tablespoon of peanut butter, and I do 8 ounces of liquid. And what I do is do 4 ounces of water and 4 ounces of milk. I blend that up, and it's pretty tasty to me, and it's not chalky, because for like whatever reason I've been into peanut butter a lot lately. So then the chocolate peanut butter flavor that I have, I use the same ratio for the milk and water. 4 ounces of milk, 4 ounces of water. I do the 1 scoop of protein, chocolate peanut butter. I also add a little bit of regular peanut butter to it, but not as, I wouldn't say as much as I would do for the vanilla, but I do add a little bit of peanut butter. And I tried that one time, and since it was already chocolate peanut butter, I didn't really feel that too much. I didn't really like it still. So now I do add like a half a banana to it, and that really helps out with the flavor for me, and helps out with the chalkiness and the aftertaste of the protein. So those are the 2 recipes that I've been using, and that's what I'll probably stick to. Now I probably will get like just some more ready-made protein just to have on hand for like times I need to get moving pretty fast, or I might be on the road or away from home or something like that. I'll probably just go ahead and have like a little case of those. But for the main part, I'm going to probably be sticking to making up the protein myself. As far as this morning, I did more like a smoothie / juice type of thing. I don't have a juicer, so I wasn't able to like actually juice. But what I did was made like a smoothie, but it was more kind of like watered down. And I added half a banana, 1 apple cut up and peeled and cut up, and a few strawberries, frozen strawberries that I had, and then a handful of spinach leaves, and then like I said, I watered it down. I put like 4 ounces of water, and then I had some aloe vera juice that I haven't been using, so I was like, let me put some of that because I'm supposed to be healthy for you or whatnot. So I did that, and by the time all that mixed up together, that was about like 16 ounces. I ended up doing like 8 ounces this morning with that. And yeah, you can't really keep that stuff for a long time. And I made it at home before I went to work, and it just kind of sat around for a while, and so then it wasn't as fresh or whatever. And then to me, like, I still had that taste of that aloe vera juice in it, and it's like non-flavored. And really, I'm thinking once I mixed all that stuff in, I wasn't going to be able to taste it, but for whatever reason, I was still able to taste that. So that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't drink as much. Plus, I also had actually went and got me an egg, a scrambled egg out of one of the fast food places I had. Just had them make me a scrambled egg with cheese, and put it like in, a side order, a scrambled egg with cheese without any biscuit or bread or anything like that. So, I mean, I pretty much had a full serving anyways, being that, we have a smaller stomach. So, that is that, and I am going to be embarking on a new waist training corset journey. So I'm going to actually make a separate video for that, so that those that are not interested doesn't have to watch that. But I just got my corset in the mail. I just picked it up from the post office today. So I'm going to do a separate video on that. So if you are interested in learning or seeing about that, then just look out for the next video coming up. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.